So let's look at these from a dual pistol standpoint. I got some kind of hold on this. I probably have to work on it or something. So let's do the way I normally load Chronos blasters. Just like this. You're just sitting back between attacks. You're just sitting here waiting for the Zeds to come, waiting for the zombies to come, taking a break, kicking it with your friends, sort of thing, discussing plans, what have you. Oh, there's the zombies coming. Yeah, that's proper dual wielding. And that is the way that a pistol should fire, if you have two of them. They're made to grab really well. The safeties don't engage. The loading is very familiar. And they're very simple and easy to aim, easy to shoot, easy to draw. That is the whole thing with dual wielding. They're balanced, they're accurate, and most of all, they're fast. And for HVZ and all that, that's really what these have got to be. Effective loading, doesn't jam as much, very ergonomic, if not ergonomic, made ergonomic by speed hooks and what have you. Effective and powerful, but mostly accurate. Now today, I got something new and something cool I want to show you. So I went to Target, I was looking for the Dartson Striker, and I found these instead. Check them out. Could these actually be better dual draws? We'll find out today. Hi there, this is Chris Cartaya here, and of course in my pursuit of course, turning off this air cleaner so it's not all noisy, and dual pistols, of course, as you know, I love dual pistol rigs. I got these. So I was going to Target to try to find myself some happy, like the Happy Time Murders, you know what I mean? Yeah. Unfortunately, couldn't find the Dartson Striker, so I found another kind of happiness, and that is these. I'm always in that pursuit of dual pistol wonderfulness. Now, I heard a little inside information about some of the Nerf, rifle ammo compatibility issues that this may have or may not have, or what have you. But I still needed something, to be honest, that fit the role of not these at 160, 170 feet per second with rival. And maybe something that could be twin gunned. And ready to go. What I like about these is these are called the X-Shot Chaos Meteors. And what they are is they are loadable from the bottom, which has got to be a really interesting interface. But they're also limited edition, gold and blue. You know how much I love gold and blue. I love gold and blue. It's really great stuff, But it comes with 24 rival-like balls. I guess they're not like rival. We'll see what the ammo compatibility with these are. But they're twin. They're beautiful. 100 feet per second out of the box. So let's open these up and see how these are. Let's see here. Now, the interesting part is, on a lot of Zuru stuff, you usually have these little screw points. I see them actually on the blasters themselves. But they're not using them in this packaging. But here, you can see like right here, there's these screw points that usually anchor into your package. Again, I don't like that front thing. But it's not as obtrusive as, let's say, an Ultra. Or a Hyper, sorry, a Hyper Rush. Like I've noticed that with Hyper Rush. What I found was that this seems to be a lot lighter and a lot more wieldy than, let's say, the Nerf Hyper. It's more clunky, it's more bulky, and of course my handle mounts up, but it's also got not as good a balance for some reason. So at any rate, this seems to be a little lighter, a little easier to work with. Let's liberate the other one, shall we? And of course, you gotta love the puppet world that we all live in. We all pretend to be great, wholesome people, but what happens when we get off the air is, well, you might witness a muffin murder like that. Shotgun murder. Yes. So at any rate, that's what I kind of like Happy Time. The Happy Time Murders is that it does emphasize that lesson of things aren't always what they seem. Yeah, so at any rate, let's get this liberated here. You will notice that the blasters are very easy to liberate. To get to the ammo, however, not so easy. You have to turn the whole box inside out to get to the package. Then once you get to the package, they use this preformed kind of cover, which is good. It doesn't ruin the ammo, but you have to literally freaking molest the box just to get to that. I mean, who wants to do that, right? Well, enough for the fun and games. Off. Yeah, thank you. So at any rate, let's open these up. Let's check out this ammo. Let's see how good it is. It's not going to be my friend. These blasters come with 24. So I like the two good things that they come with 24 sets of balls. The other thing is that they allegedly are a lot different than a rival ball. The diameter is a lot different. I'm trying to show my wonderful Nerf fans all this cool stuff. So yeah. But what I'm noticing is these feel a lot less dense. I wonder if that's the thing. So actuation on these. Bring this down here. Bring this up forward as so. And you can load 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I was also, I was warned not to overload these. That overload these was bad immoral things. The Primus Brisk are pretty cool. And, well, let's see here. Can I load, can I go 6 plus 1? I think I can. I think I can, yes. So these can do 6 plus 1, okay. And let me zoom this out in the next shot and do a little dual gun action. Of course, as you know, I love to do dual gun action. So you do have to push them through. There's a little hook in there. You have to pull these down, lock them in, push these all the way through. Okay. When you're firing, when you get to that 6th ball, okay, you're going to want to load it. Does that actually load? Oh, I guess it did. How about that? And then you're going to want to, yeah, you got it. There you are. Still getting kind of the hang of the loading here. Okay. So I guess what you do after that is you release this here and you release that there. And what you have now is a system of dual wielding. Oh shit! Whatever did I just do? Yeah, okay. So there we go. There we are. Let's try to dual wield, shall we? Now it's time for my favorite part of the video. What I notice is, first off, for dual wielding, you don't have like a good hook point, and I think I am not hitting the release on this or something. This does take a little getting used to, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, one thing I'm noticing is that the releases are a bit hard. I don't know why. So I guess you gotta lock it back, hit the release. Yeah, there we go. Huh. Pretty cool, pretty cool. They look cool. They are cool, but two things. The ammo feels really light. Number two, or maybe three things. Number two, this magazine release, although it's really cool because you can sit here in battle and you can just, reload as you go along, or not. Hold on. You can reload as you go along. It takes a little bit of getting used to, as I'm noticing. Just a little bit of getting used to. And it takes a little bit of technique and effort. And you do need two hands to do this. And number three, I don't see the priming on this. Like it can really use to have some kind of speed hooks, but not really the provisions of a 4x4 speed hook do I see. So, At any rate, as we all know, how a deadpool does it, is how I do it with the deadpools, is it has fiberglass speed hooks. But that's because these parts down here, they can already take speed hooks. You know, they can already use them. And unfortunately, you know, these ones can't. And I already have a system pretty much of loading, pretty much of drawing, pretty much of fire. I'm used to these. I'm so used to these, right? But these, well, they might be a little different. And I am getting a lot of false loads for some reason. Like, I just don't have it. So like this, and like this, fine. Ooh, I just locked it. Ah, shoot. So like you can see, getting is a finesse for these, and not all that easy. And not only that, see, I'm doing something wrong on the loading of that. See, and it is that they're gold. So right off the bat, I don't want to scratch these. And I keep hitting the safety. Yeah, so it's a lot different. I guess I could do it like this and just, who wants to do that, right? So right off the bat, for dual wielding, I would definitely need to make some kind of hook there. Could I adapt a worker hook back here and pull them? Sure. But the shiny finish has an Achilles heel. And that is that you're afraid to scratch it. You're afraid to mess with it, you know? I mean, I know with, like, for example, I'm just having a hard time with these. It's the feel of them. That one just failed to load entirely. I'm gonna have to do some work on these, because I'm having trouble. Yeah, I am really having trouble with these. The spinning is okay, but once again, it's got the front thing on them. And I don't know. I wish it had some kind of ramp. Like if this little bolt thing was a little higher, you can just do it like that, and then do it like this. But I find it really difficult to prime like this, and then it sticks because it's not all the way back. It's gonna need some fine work to make these good dual blasting wheels. They look the shit. They definitely seem to go really well, you know, 100 feet per second out of the box. But could that also be because the ammo is somewhat lighter? It feels like it might be, actually. They do feel lighter, but they feel a little bit more clunky, yeah. What I liked about the deadpools, what I liked about them so much, is remember how hard these were to prime? To grab the slide was very difficult and can do them. But the thing is that I got very used to just getting, you know, just loading them and firing these. And yes, these took some time. It took some time to perfect the dual wielding with Chronoses. But it wasn't that hard, man. You just had to work on them. And I guess you could do something like that for these. But the thing is that these are solid, proven, reliable. You know, people have aftermarket parts for these. People have design mods for these. People have done things for these. And you could do that for these too. But then comes the idea of support systems. Does this have the support? Just like the Hypers suffer from the support system. Doesn't really have the support system. So again, I like these, but they feel lighter. Can they take 16, 18K? Probably. But I built a whole system around the Chronoses. And I like them. Do I want to adapt my whole system to get 6+1, especially with the clumsiness I have with the system, which is different? If you prefer to load it like this, sure. I hear you can even use magazines with these. Pretty cool. Like they make magazines you can put in. But if you don't want to, well, I mean, get really good with the rivals, or maybe a twin Hypers might be better for you. Yeah. Does anybody remember the Hyper video where I did actually take two Hypers and dual wield them? And I found it was very easy to draw and very easy to two-hand do these. These seem to have a lot of problems because there's not a lot of places to grip. The gold makes you afraid to draw it and everything else. So with the two blasters, they're going to hit each other. What I like about the Chronoses is even if they hit each other, they're not going to, you know, scratch up paint or anything like that because they're mostly the molded color of the plastic. And this loading system does take some getting used to. You could get used to it. You probably, you know, have them. I do definitely recommend buying these because they're cool, but I gotta be honest with you, I don't think these are as much of a dual firing rig as I believe they are. Dude, that's pretty cool. Single firing rig. And the fact that you can do this on the fly and load them and everything else is really, really cool. Now let's try something out. So we got a rifle round, and we got a Adventure Force round. Do these actually work really good? And I do kind of like that you can just do it like that. Now somebody told me that rifle rounds just puff out the barrel. Yeah, they're slower, but not that much slower. Let's see what the Adventure Force does. Not bad, but they're slower. They're definitely slower. I can see them actually just drop down even from here. Really, really, really slow, you know. And but if you like the loading system, the on-the-fly loading system, which to me really no different than this. I'll be perfectly honest with you, you know. You know, and if you're used to the Kronos pistols and everything, it would be a little bit different. But could you dual wield these kind of blasters? Could you do it? You could, but you need a few adjustments. Something has to be done with the slide. It's very wide. And also when you hit it on the side, you tend to hit the safety. See that? I just locked it. So while trying to prime this, I just locked my other safety. So commonly if you load, and all of a sudden you hit your safety, you can't fire now. I mean, you could, if you were self-conscious of it, you could go, oh, I like this. Oh, a zombie's coming. Bam. You could do that. But the fact that this is like this, and this is like that, excuse me, is an issue. One cool thing about this is a lever. I mean, seriously, this is a lever. I mean, if I were to go back, here, let me, real quick. This is a lever. So if I go like this, notice this is pulled away, and this hits here, it's not going to engage my safety. This, I can send load, and there you have it. But I see that, I know they're just nitpicky things, but taken from a dual shooter, they are things that will get in the way. And what do you do about the safety? Do you pull the safety? Do you keep it? Do you just remember to engage it every time? And what happens if you're using, like, these blasters, sometimes the hyper blasters and sometimes the Kronos blasters, your safeties are different, your load's different, the way you shoot draw is different. And it's not as easy to prime as I thought it was going to be, you know. If you don't have the ergonomics of grip, what are you supposed to do? So until next time, this is Chris Cartaya saying, don't you go changing, or we'll find you. Would I buy these blasters? Sure, have them, they're great. I think, dude, single fire, they're pretty cool, but let's face it, they need some changes if they want to really do dual wield fire. If one I understand, this is my little jam door right here where my little cartridges. Could you chronomag these? I don't know. We'll have to take it apart and find out. But you just stay classy, Nerf community. And don't do a changing, or I'm going to shoot a couple X shots at you. Do.